When Source started bringing this into my awareness, the thought kept looping and broadening at the same time. And this is how I knew that, like, ooh, this is a powerful message right here. This is something that we all need to know, okay? And be aware of. All right, so Source wants you to be aware of the fact that your soul right now is running certain tests on you, putting you through different trials, different tests, different initiations to see exactly where you are. And this isn't anything to be nervous about or anything to hyperfixate on. It's just simply to be aware of, okay? Awareness is key. And the reason why this is happening is because with us being in this 9-year of rebirth transformation, it is important for us to do the work that is needed and required for us at this time to release the things that are belief systems, patterns that are still controlling us in a sense or have a hold on us. And there's a lot of work that each of us have been doing at this time. And okay. And Source is saying that this is nothing to be intimidated about, because there's a sense, I guess there's a sense that Source is having on the collective that is watching this right now, that like, oh, here we go. Like, what's a test? That isn't something to be worried about, okay? Your soul is doing this purposely. Remember, everything is happening purposely for you. Everything is happening for your greatest and highest good always, remember? And Spirit will do these things to get you to the next level, to help you to become aware of the things that you're still holding on to so that you can release it. And how do you release it if you don't know what it is? How do you release it if you feel that you have worked through it? The only way to know for sure is to have that situation or potential trigger to come up to see where you land. Where are you landing? And it's either like, okay, great. From a soul perspective, like, all right, my human has gotten past this point. Perfect. Now we can move on to the next thing. Or it's like, all right, my human has not yet gotten to the point where they are fully past this. So there's a bit more work to be done in this area before we can move forward. So remember, Spirit is you. You are Spirit. So when you look at things out of the human lens, but from the higher perspective, you realize that Spirit is doing this for you, to help you, because Spirit is looking to position you where you need to be at this time. And once you get to next year, 2026, which is the 1 year, you're not dragging this old cycle shit into a new cycle. So Spirit needs to see where you are. Because now that all this energy is here on the planet that's supporting you in your growth and evolution, this is a time where you can do that extra work to release this last bit of stuff. But if you're not aware of the stuff and Source or Spirit isn't 100% of knowing where you're at because of your ego and your free will that you have, then Spirit needs to see where you're at. Spirit needs to pull out the measuring stick. Okay? And so now you all of us, because I'm going through my own, a test that I realized, like, okay, this is clearly a test. Got it. Okay, Spirit, I surrender. This is what you will be experiencing. This is what you will be experiencing if you haven't started experiencing it already. And you might be going through an initiation right now. You might be going through one right now. Oh my goodness, the energy is so strong. Okay, Source, chill. Oh, chill. Okay. You might be going through one right now. Okay? And that's great, because once you get it, and believe me, you will realize, there will be a point of realization once the test is complete. Listen, you will know. You are not necessarily going to be aware of it while you're in it. Spirit is almost not going to allow you to figure it out. But once you get through it, you'll know. At that point, you will know. How you will know, I don't know, but you will know. You will realize it. And you'll say, okay, got it. Like, this area I still need to work on. I was just being tested, is what you will say to yourself. Like, okay, I was just being tested by Spirit. And now I know that this particular area is an area that I need to work on more. And then Spirit will give you more ways of being able to heal it, because Spirit wants it to be healed. Spirit does not want you to hold on to these weights, to these things that have been these burdens that you've been holding on to from being in this construct because of your traumas, right? Like, you got to get to the next level, whatever that next level is for you. And it's different for everybody. But Spirit wants you to get there. Yeah. So these tests, these trials are needed and required at this time. Excuse me. Confirmation, as always. Okay. And so, like Source is saying, it's just something to be aware of. It's something that you need to know is happening or going to happen, because this is something for you to get excited about. Because you always want to grow. You always want to expand. And remember, as a soul, you are not limited. You are limitless. You are limitless. And so in order for you to acquire the full abundance that you are meant to have in this lifetime, you've got to let go of certain traumas, conditionings, patterns, and beliefs. And you have made so many strides forward, and there's so much that you have released. There's so much that you have already done. And Source is so proud of you. Source is so proud of you. But don't you want to release all that you can? Aren't you ready to release the rest of the things so that you can get to where you desire to be? Don't you want to continue to manifest the things that you want instead of manifesting the same types of experiences, just in a different form? And in order to do that, you have to go through different tests. Okay, Sources, like, it's like you're in school, right? It's no different. Earth is a school. Spirit is a teacher. And Spirit is teaching you. You are teaching yourself this year. You are teaching yourself this year. And in order to see where you're at, to see what other lessons need to be completed, what other tasks need to be checked off, Spirit needs to see where you're at. Just like you would take a quiz in school, take a test in school, right? We didn't like them things, but we had to do it. We needed to figure out where we were at. And that is what Spirit is doing with all of us at this time, we're all going through an initiation phase. And the initiation phase is to get to the next level. We're being initiated into the next level. Source is also showing me right now, like it's like a training. It's literally like a training. It's like before, like a prerequisite, like a prerequisite to the next level. An assessment. Thank you, Source. It's an it's an assessment. That's a better word that creates less frustration and panic that is being felt at this time. So look at it as an assessment that Spirit is having you go through right now. You're just taking, okay, got it. See where you're at. What class should Spirit put you in next? Okay. And that's all that is. So just know and be aware of the fact that if you are not going through it right now at this time, that you will be going through it, and it will happen in many different ways, and in different areas of your life. And the thing is that when you go through this and you come out on the other side and you realize, okay, there's more for me to work on, this isn't for you to get upset with yourself. No. Remember, Source is saying that you have to change the perspective. You have to surrender to what your spirit is wanting you to do at this time and change your perspective on it and say, this is not happening to me, it's happening for me. And at the end of the day, this is going to get me to where I want to be. And so although it may be uncomfortable, although you might say, damn, like, okay, all right, I'm not fully there yet, but that's okay. That is more than okay. Your entire team, your spirit team, is happy and excited for you at this time because you are completing a cycle. Literally, Source right now is showing me the World card in the classic tarot deck. The cycle is being completed to usher in a new beginning, to usher in a new cycle. This is where you're at. This is where you're at. So get excited. Get excited. Because not only will you find out where you're at, but it'll also be a reminder to you of where you're going. Of where you're going. And how powerful you are. Remember how powerful you are. And remember, through looking at this from the spiritual lens, and this is the change in perspective the Source is saying for you to have, is for you to get excited about this and not look at it as, here we go again. I thought I got through this. I thought I did it already. I thought this, I thought that. Well, stop having so many expectations for yourself and just allow yourself to be in flow and allow yourself to experience what you need to experience to get you to the next level. Because that's what you stepped into. That's what you signed up for. That's what you signed up for. And you didn't sign up for it because you're weak. No. You signed up for it because you are strong. 5:09 on the clock. You signed up for it because you are strong. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. And remember that you are a spiritual warrior, baby. Okay? In case you forgot, I'm here to remind you as always. So you're going to go through different challenges in your lifetime, but they're all ways to make you better. And it's better that the challenge come from spirit than the challenge come from your ego. Okay? All right, y'all. I love you so much. Thank you for showing up again for yourself today. Thank you for tuning into this frequency and taking what you resonate with from this message from Source, because Source is walking us through. Source is helping us to elevate. And Source is providing us with the spiritual privy that we already have within us to know what is happening and occurring next for us to work through and to be aware of. I love you all so much. I will see you tomorrow in the next channeled message. Peace, y'all. Peace, peace.